Hey, and welcome to another episode of Smart Tips, where I give you art tips for working smarter, not harder. Today, let's talk proportions. When it comes to designing characters or environments, proportions are extremely important. And unfortunately, just scaling up a character will not make them feel bigger or smaller. One of the easiest ways to measure proportions is by using head measurements. The reason why we use heads as a measurement is because everyone has one, and if you don't have one, that's a problem. So if you wanted to make a chibi character, those characters are usually 2 heads tall. That means that the head is one measurement and then the rest of the body is the same size as the entire head. Then we started to get into more realistic proportions. Children and toddlers tend to be 3 heads tall. And as you add more heads to the proportions, you get closer and closer to more average proportions. In general, people tend to be between 5 and 6.5 to 7 heads tall, but how you divide those proportions really dictates what kind of character you're creating. For example, this character is 7 heads tall, however, he does feel like he's shorter in stature because of how I divided his proportions. 8 heads is where we would probably end the realistic line, because here you could imagine this person is probably 6'2", 6 foot, something like that. Now when we get to 9 and 10 heads, that is where we get to model and Olympic style proportions. In the fashion industry, they tend to use 9 heads, and if you really want your character to feel like a superhero or other than human, then use 10 heads. Here's an example of how I used proportions to push the otherworldliness of this giant mermaid. This was very simplified, but I hope it helped. Thanks for watching. Bye!